Welcome back. He was known as the King. Back in the 1950s, the whole world could not help falling in love with Elvis Presley, and the fascination remains 37 years after his death. Now fans in London are getting a glimpse into his life at the biggest Elvis exhibition ever to be held in the UK and Europe. Our Neil Curry has the details.
From Graceland, home to rock and roll's first family, to Greenwich, home to London's O2 Arena, Elvis has entered the building.
One for the money, two for the show. You get ready now, go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes.
Next month will mark 80 years since the birth of Elvis Presley, the poor boy who'd grow up to change popular music and pop culture before his premature death at the age of 42. An insight into that remarkable story can be found here in what's being described as Europe's biggest ever Elvis retrospective.
The unique thing about Elvis is that his music speaks to generations. He gave people the freedom of expression to be who they want to be. And, you know, he was kind of that rebel at the time, and he was just being himself.
And he spent 3 months painstakingly picking out 300 items from the Graceland collection to bring to London. From cars to costumes.
I mean, the jumpsuits are so iconic. You know, Elvis made them what they are. And, you know, being able to see the American Eagle jumpsuit from the Aloha from Hawaii special, I really hope that resonates with people because it's one of the most recognizable costumes Elvis had. And to be able to see it on a mannequin here in London is quite amazing.
There's also a reminder of an encounter between the two biggest names in the music business.
When Elvis and the Beatles actually met in 1965, they met at his home in Bel Air, and they say that what happened was that the guys walked in and Elvis was sitting on the sofa strumming a bass guitar, and Paul immediately was like, oh, he plays the bass, I can connect with him. John was memorized by him, and Ringo and the guys went off and played pool on the pool table that we have on display here. So, but I think that they found somebody that they really could relate to.
Alongside the Elvis movie memorabilia, there are personal possessions from the everyday, the keys to Graceland, and the giant mailbox which couldn't cope with a flood of fan mail, and simple souvenirs, such as a photo of a dad with his daughter, Lisa Marie. And there are golden memories of a different kind, the boxing gloves from world champ Muhammad Ali, and the gold-plated bedside phone, for those times when a little less conversation just wouldn't do.
Elvis always wanted to tour Europe. He always wanted to tour outside the United States and never had the opportunity to do so.
Event organizers say they'll be able to welcome 250,000 visitors over the next 9 months. And with tickets at up to $30 a time and a gift shop brimming with Elvis memorabilia, it's certainly a one for the money and a queue for the show. It took 3 months to get ready. Now it's all set to go.
Well, you can do anything but take you over my blue suede shoes.
Neil Curry, CNN, London.
Now, we don't always get to point out the good things that footballers do off the field, but now Real Madrid defender Pepe has given us a chance. The Portugal star, known for his tough guy approach on the pitch, seems to have a bit of a soft spot for Christmas. He paid for and delivered 9 tons of food to more than 200 poor families in the Madrid area, just so they could enjoy a Merry Christmas. So despite the behaviour that has seen him sent off 12 times in his career, it seems he's a big softie after all. And speaking of Christmas, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have released Prince George's official holiday photos. We have 3 new snapshots of the future monarch, soon to be 17 months old, all taken in late November in the courtyard at Kensington Palace. With those rosy cheeks and blonde hair, he's looking more like his daddy, Prince William. The royal couple published the photos in part as a thank you to the media for not publishing any paparazzi photos of the prince. Thanks for joining us here at CNN Newsroom. I'm Lynda Kinkade. World Sport is up next, but first I'll be back with a quick look at the headlines.